ringleader who masterminded a plot to kidnap a Wake County prosecutor has been sentenced to life in prison, a sentence he will likely serve in our country's most secure prison. CBS North Carolina's Steve Sprasia is live outside the federal building in Raleigh to explain the judge's decision. Steve?
Well, the federal judge decided that he should have life plus 7 years. That is a sentence which guarantees that Kelvin Melton will not be getting out of prison in his lifetime. And because of the vicious nature of the crime, because of his past criminal record, the Supermax prison in Colorado was the natural choice.
The facts of this case show that Kelvin Melton will attempt to commit crimes wherever he is, so he must be in a facility where that is not possible.
Kevin Melton was convicted by a federal jury of devising a kidnapping plot in 2014 aimed at Wake County Assistant DA Colleen Jansen, who had put him in this jail. The 51-year-old was accused of using a cell phone from jail to orchestrate the crime, but the kidnappers went to the wrong address and grabbed Jansen's father, Frank, by mistake. The gang members then took Jansen to Atlanta, where he was held and tortured over a 5-day period. Among the abuses, documents show that he was pistol whipped by kidnappers, who also used a stun gun on him dozens of times. He was eventually rescued by the FBI hours before the kidnappers were about to kill him. It was a case which sent shockwaves through the local law enforcement community.
It's a chilling thing when someone who has dedicated their life to public service, to serving the public, the prosecution of crimes, is victimized, and their family is victimized just because of that.
Melton's attorney says he wasn't surprised at that sentence, given the nature of the crime and the victims involved.
What was his reaction when the judge finally imposed sentence?
I think he was resigned to the fact that it would be a very serious and long sentence.
All during his trial, Melton denied that he was involved in what he called a stupid scheme, but he did tell his lawyer today he felt sorry for Frank Jansen.
The signs of remorse primarily have to do with Mr. Jansen and the type of behavior that he received. I don't think that anyone relishes in the type of behavior that went on at the hands of the co-defendants while we're in Atlanta.
Now, Melton is going to be in a federal prison where controls are so tight he should never be able to get access to a cell phone again. But there are a problem, or I should say there is a problem with cell phones in both federal prisons and in state prisons. And CBS North Carolina looked into that. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we'll tell you what we found. For now, reporting live outside the federal building, I'm Steve Sprasia, CBS North Carolina.
And as Steve mentioned, federal officials are taking serious measures when it comes to Kelvin Melton. He could be spending his sentence in the Supermax prison in Colorado. Notable inmates housed there include Zacharias Moussaoui, an al-Qaeda operative who played a key role in 9/11 attacks, the so-called shoe bomber Richard Reed, Boston Marathon bomber Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, and domestic terrorist Ted Kaczynski, better known as the Unabomber. After more than 50